Welcome to Maiden Castle in Dorset. We are going to start our tour on the western entrance of the castle and take a quick look at these earthworks you have to go through to get to the gateway that leads you to the exterior of the castle. Quite unique in itself, this hill fort has a double entrance and exit at the western end and the eastern end of the castle. But at the western end, these earthworks are a lot more elaborate, and the question is why. Is it because you have to slow the traffic down coming into the hill fort, so they have to be observed by the guards at the gate? Or is it the hill that overlooks Maiden Castle to the west that blocks the view? So these fortifications had to be stronger on this side of the hill fort to compensate. As you can see, these fortifications are quite hard to get through today, as you can easily get disorientated and it is easy to go the wrong way. 2000 years ago, these banks and ditches would have had no grass on them, and the underlining chalk would have made the whole of Maiden Castle bright white. Now we are going to take a look at the fortifications on the southern side of the hill fort. This is a mulit-vallate hill fort, that means 4 banks and 4 ditches. One thing springs to mind on this side of the hill fort: the ramparts are not as big as the northern edge of the hill fort. That is because the hill is not as steep on this side, so it would appear that some part of its construction they seem to build a palisade on each bank. Sir Mortimer Wheeler excavated Maiden Castle in 1930s, and he seemed to think that the Roman army breached this side of the ramparts to end its function as a great hill fort in the year 43 AD. The hill fort itself has a long history of some 6,000 years, with a Neolithic enclosure on the eastern side of the hill, and a long burrow running from the west end to the east end of the hill, not being far from the Dorset Ridgeway to the south, with several long burrows in clear view, and one large round burrow in the northern side of the hill fort in the adjacent field. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video.